Reminder, all emergency services will be suspended for a 12-hour period during the purge. One night a year, all crime is legal. You just got to survive the night. If on one night every year you could commit any crime without facing consequences, what would you do? We're revisiting a film that dropped on this day in horror movie history. It was 2013's The Purge, and this is Slasher Sports Cinema. This film just felt a little bit too real in 2013. It felt like at any point in time, we were going to see government officials go on TV and announce such a thing as the Purge, right? I mean, there was so much civil unrest. There was political unrest. There's just so much going on at the time. Obama was just starting his second term, and I'm not complaining about Obama. I voted for him. I helped paint the White House black. Throw back to George Clinton. But yeah, this film is about a wealthy family that's held hostage for basically harboring the target of a murderous syndicate during the Purge, which again is a 12-hour period in which any and all crime is legal. Don't try to poke holes in this thing. It's as sound and as watertight as can be. The Purge cannot be picked. Impeccable. All right. It's directed by James DeMonaco. All right, DeMonaco is more of a writer than a director, but he wrote all the Purge films, basically. I think all of them. Directed 3 of them, the best 3 in my opinion. But this story came about when he and his wife were driving on the freeway when a driver basically cut him off. We had some road rage. All right, so both cars come to a stop. The other driver didn't give a damn what had happened, so that pissed off DeMonaco enough to get in a fist fight with him. Police were involved. It was a whole debacle. But after the incident, DeMonaco's wife made the comment about how great it would be to have one free murder per year. Just get out of jail free card. It's 2022. It's 2022. I got my murder out of the way. Just hope you don't have to do it in January, because waiting that long is just impossible. So while you may think that Mrs. DeMonaco is the crazy one, it's her husband that's got somewhat of a Manson family fetish, and as made evident by the ladies in the white dresses in this film, as well as Reese Wakefield's too cool for school but still psycho mentality. But this is, to me, it's a very important film. And I think it's one that everybody should see. It's not one of those where you have to see every film in the franchise to understand the next one. You just have to see this one. You only need to see the first one. And that goes, uncontested. But Ethan Hawke stars in this one. You're going to know him from the Black Phone, the Magnificent Seven. I don't think I have to tell you who Ethan Hawke is. He's a very prominent actor in Hollywood. But if we're going to go in the neighborhood of horror film, the Black Phone, man, just think about how freaking diesel he looked in the Black Phone, sitting in that chair with that belt in hand, with that white mask. He was yoked. Almost didn't believe it was Ethan Hawke. This is a low budget film. This one, The Purge, is a low budget film. But basically, Hawke wanted to help out his friends. He only got $3,000 in the beginning. Very likely made out like a bandit in the back end. But this was very much a favor to his friends. I'm sure he liked the story, or else he wouldn't have done it. But Ethan Hawke really did a solid to James DeMonaco. And it also stars Lena Headey. You're going to know her from Game of Thrones. My personal favorite project of hers was the Sarah Connor Chronicles, but she became a household name with Game of Thrones. She was also in The Cave, Pride and Prejudice and Zombies, and Telltale, if you're keeping up with horror films. Lena Headey needs no introduction. She was Sarah Connor in the Sarah Connor Chronicles, which I felt like got too short of a run on TV. Very, very short run. Only like a couple seasons. May have been a partial one, may have only been the one season. I don't know. The time blends, you know. You also got Adelaide Kane. She said in this film, her best line was, "Why didn't he just cut off his penis?" I don't have an answer to that. You're gonna have to see the film. Reese Wakefield, who I mentioned earlier, he said, "Our target for this year's Purge is hiding in your home. You have 1 hour to find him and give him to us, or we will kill all of you. We will be coming in." Listen, if no other line in this film encapsulates what this film is about, this is what you got. You've got this standoff. A wealthy family on the inside of their well-barricaded home and some murderous youths outside the home trying to get in. Are they going to get in? Probably. If not, it wouldn't be a movie. But this film was fantastic, and I'm going to tell you why. The reason this film worked for me, the premise of the film is what worked mostly. Because in 2013, one might see this as being, passed by some government, if not the American government. Political unrest at every corner. It was the year of the Boston Marathon attack. George Zimmerman got acquitted of murdering Trayvon Martin. The city of Detroit filed for bankruptcy. The fucking government was shut down. So yeah, doom and gloom types might look at this film and say, well, that may as well happen today. But I think Jim DeMonico should get his flowers for this. Not since the Saw franchise had we seen such a fresh premise to a horror film that, you could see early on was going to spawn sequels. And if you did it right, you'd have yourself a full-fledged franchise. Sometimes alliteration gets me. A full-fledged franchise. But yeah, it's one of the last films to give me the what if this happened tonight kind of, creepy feels. And honestly, it's not too difficult to imagine. It really isn't. You think about all the things that have gone wrong since then. And I do not want to make light of anything that's gone on in America. But if you really think about it, the George Floyd, goes crazy. So let's look at the trailer and see what we think about it. Nation Reborn, of course. Everything's perfect. Employment at 1%, we'll never see that. Lena Headey looking like a hammer, we're always going to see that. Crimes and all. I don't know how allowing crime over this shows our period doesn't increase crime rate.
Tonight allows people a release for all the hatred and violence that they keep up inside them.
Why don't you guys kill someone tonight?
Those scenes were a lot like what we saw
because we don't feel the need to.
During
just remember
some protests.
What the Purge does.
In
we'll
between
just
2013
like always,
and
no worries, okay?
This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the annual Purge.
This almost
At the
feels like
siren, all emergency services will be
military
suspended
general
for 12 hours. Your
You know,
government
just-
thanks you
you
for
get
your
that chill,
participation.
like, hey, this is where it starts.
Help me! Someone, please, help me! I just need to get someone safe. Does anybody hear
The
me?
movie doesn't end when they lock the doors. Of course, the little snot-nosed kid's gonna open the door and this is when shit is crazy.
Why did you let him in our home? We have no idea who's after him.
I think the producers of
Our
Paranormal
target for this
Activity
year's
have done
Purge
everything
is
now.
hiding in your home.
There's
You
not a
have 1 hour
project
to find him and give him to us.
they're not
Or
involved
we'll
in.
kill all of you.
Reese Wakefield was a little
They can't get in
hit
here,
and miss
right?
for
They
me in this
can't
film.
get into our home.
One thing for certain, Ethan Hawke never cooperates. He never does. They're the white dresses, fancy
We're gonna make it through tonight, and everything is gonna be okay.
Nothing is ever going to be okay again.
Yeah, you gotta love that. You've gotta love a film like this because, like I said, fresh premise, hadn't really been done before. And it's just impossible to not imagine a bevy of sequels coming after this one, especially the way that it knocked it out of the park. So watch the film. Watch the film. Go out, rent it, buy it, whatever you got to do. If you like physical media, which I do, get you a copy. But make sure that you're following me on all the social medias if you would. My name is Billy Graves. You can find me at Slasher Cinema on Facebook. You can see at the bottom of the screen here at Billy Graves SSC on Twitter and Instagram, at Slasher Sports Cinema on TikTok. And then I want you to follow the whole Slasher Sports family. Slasher U with Christian Rao and Steve Feck. The OK Baseball podcast with Christian, Sean Doyle, and Steve Feck. Suki's Honeydew Project with Suki Suburbia. And of course, come right back here with me, Billy Graves, on Slasher Sports Cinema. Now, I bid you all a good night, and may you drink the blood of your enemies from the skulls of their children.